so what this video is not is a how to play the blues video. It's not a how to play with a looper video. If I was going to name it, it's more like how one can develop some ideas for playing really solos on any kind of style using a looper to create your own backing tracks. And that's what I'm going to talk about is two things. One is making your own backing track, and the other one is like playing some kind of song or melody on both ends of that. Because what you had was great. You had some really nice phrasing too that I think if you had like a song form or a melody in mind, you might even find yourself in more places where you have that phrasing of the melody in mind that you could fall back on to help find places to launch new ideas or whatever. Or not launch new ideas. I mean, it doesn't have to be melodic ideas. It could be like a rhythm. It could be anything. But if you had the song in mind, I think that might, I don't know, might facilitate that. Anyway, this is probably going to be longer than I said, but whatever. I have I'm just going to make shorter versions of this when I get going, or it would take like 3 minutes just to go through the form. Anyway, this is what is this called? Drum Genius. Not that you need any of this stuff. It's just you could use a metronome. You can use nothing. I'm gonna lay in this. I think you were playing an A. I'm gonna lay in this kind of just a couple of times, not the whole form, just to give you an idea of like a couple of strategies I might use to make a backing track. And one thing would be, grabbing this. So I've got that caught in the looper. I would have to do that for 12 bars. And I'm not going to do that for 12 bars right now. I'm just going to talk about a couple of different ways to do it. But then I could anyway, you get the idea. This is just me. I would have to do that for the 12-bar form. I mean, I'm just doing it quick here. This is just me laying the Drum Genius track in through a pickup into the looper. I would do that for 12 bars, and then I would play the blues form of I'd play that over top of it. You get that. So let's say I don't have that going on. Another way would be I just pull up a metronome. Where is that metronome? I think that's probably, I don't know, maybe this is a little bit fast. I'm going to do it faster in a minute just to get through it so it doesn't take so long to make the video. But you know, these can be any tempo, any style. This is not really specific to the blues, but so this is a little bit faster than that. But let's say I got that happening. And that's all I'll grab right now. Now I turn that off. me kind of keep the groove going while I'm making the loop, and then I turn that off. And that ends up with like a more sparse track in the looper to play along with. It's kind of nice to have the drum part if you don't mind waiting to put that in. Let's see. I'm going to try to grab the whole form like this now. So there's the whole form. I'm just grabbing everything, kind of trying to think more like a bass player. So I'm grabbing everything like on the top 4 strings. But now I've got the 12-bar form to play in, and maybe I think about so maybe that's the song I'm going to play the melody. And you were doing great, like having space in the blues. I think that's nice. And that's all I've got going on. And then see, even this is like. And then I would play the melody. I'm filling that in. Just filling things in. And that's, I mean, I just made up that melody just to kind of have a song to play, and I think that helps me. Have solo ideas that are relating to that. Like I can relate it to the melody I made up at the beginning, and then I have like something to focus for the end. I don't have that like what you have in your track is like that band build up behind you that kind of gives you a texture, which is more like what you would do if you were out playing with a band. But I think that this is like, I don't want to say it's foundational to that, but I think that it helps kind of like fake that while I'm here playing, but I'm more responsible, like I'm responsible for creating that backing material rather than just kicking on a track and connection to a song. That's what it is. It's like playing the melody of a song and being responsible for the backing track. Those were the two things I wanted to demonstrate. Anyway.